because I get where my clients are coming from. I get the feeling of beating themselves up on a regular basis. Hey there, Coach Devin here. So I'm out on the bike today, went out for a little ride, and I realized there's no one with more body dysmorphia issues than me. And really more body issues in general than me. And I'm not trying to say that I'm in some way better than anybody. I'm definitely not. But to give you an idea, so I'm out on the bike, I'm driving, and I see a couple people out working in their yards. I'm out on the Waverly Road. It's this nice winding road. I like driving it, and there's a couple people out working in their yards. One guy's pretty fit. He's out there, and I'm like, and my first thought is, wow, that guy is a lot more fit than I am. And I don't think that's probably true. I think it actually is more likely that I'm probably more fit than he is. But as soon as I see somebody who is somewhat fit, in my mind, I go to a negative place about myself, and I say, okay, I can't possibly be as fit as that dude is. And that's an interesting thought. And I thought about it for the rest of the time I was on the bike. Just the fact that I, in general, go to a negative headspace when it comes to my own fitness. And you know what? I take pretty good care of myself. I think I'm fairly fit overall. But it's surprising what you go back to when you see somebody else. I immediately flash back to being a skinny teenager and thinking, wow, I'd like to be as fit as that dude is. That's my first thought process. And it strikes me along the same lines as I saw a friend of mine post something on social media the other day, and he's not a guy that works out. He's not he's not out of shape, he's not fat or anything, but he's not a guy that exercises, and nothing wrong with that. But right away when I see a picture like that, right away I think to myself, man, you know what? Good for him. He doesn't get himself stressed out. He doesn't overthink being the way he is. He's happy the way he is. He doesn't work out. He doesn't want to work out. He's good with where he is, and that's cool for him. But right away I think, man, I could never do that. I could never look at myself that way and go, okay, yeah, I'm okay to post that picture. There are times I post pictures of myself and I think, God, Devin, you posted that picture. You're not fit enough to post that picture. You're not, that's not a good picture of you. Even at my house, I'm a guy that I'll wear no shirt most of the time, given an opportunity, just because I like not wearing shirts. But you know what? It is actually, in my mind, I beat myself up over how I look not wearing a shirt. I do it quite often. I mean, even sitting down, I'm like, oh gosh, what does my stomach look like right now when I sit down? Now, the positive of this, I think, is that it makes me much more empathetic at my job. I understand body issues. I understand feeling crappy about yourself. I understand that stuff because, that's stuff that's pressure I put on myself every day on a regular basis. I have or put an intense amount of pressure on myself to be fit. And then at the same time, I get where people are coming from. I understand when somebody says, man, I'm just not comfortable in my own skin. You know what? It's hard for me to be comfortable in my own skin a lot of the time. I often look at myself and say, you could be a lot better. You could be a lot more fit. You should take better care of yourself. Your body doesn't look good when you do that. Sitting down is, should you be sitting down like that? What does your stomach look like? I do all that stuff. So on that side of it, I think it makes me a more empathetic trainer because I get where my clients are coming from. I get the feeling of beating themselves up on a regular basis for, in lots of ways, no good reasons. I mean, I never look at a client and say, wow, you guys are disgusting, or wow, you're unfit. I cheer for the positives that they do and the things that they do that are good. That stuff gets me off. I get super pumped about, when somebody changes their body or loses weight or gets more fit or whatever it happens to be. Those things, I don't look down on clients, but I beat myself up. So, but I also understand, with all that, beating down on yourself and saying, you're not fit enough and you're not good enough for this, that, or whatever. I think that makes me understand a little better where clients are coming from um, overall. I think I understand their thought processes and their head process. It's not healthy. Let's be honest. It's not healthy to beat yourself up. I understand that for myself. I should not be, coming down on myself over being unfit. I shouldn't see somebody, on the side of the street doing yard work and say, man, I wish I was as fit as him. Who cares? In reality, who the heck cares? And I can say that in my mind, but I don't always follow through. The feeling is not always there. So I will say that the takeaway from this for me is think about where you are and look at yourself objectively if you can. I can look at myself objectively sometimes, but most of the time I tend to go the other direction on it, which is not good. It's not healthy, not fit, it's not fit for your mind at all. Try to look at yourself objectively a bit and be positive. Don't be me. Don't be me. A lot of people will look at me, and I've heard people say to me before, well, you're a finished product. You must love the way you look. It's not like that. I'm consistently always trying to improve and trying to be better and thinking that maybe I'm not as fit as I should be. And, we all have the body issues. We all have the look issues. Am I fit enough? Am I strong enough? Am I whatever enough? We all have that stuff. That's something that we all share. And the thing to do is to stop beating yourself up about it. Don't be me. That's the best way to put it. Don't be me. Don't be a guy like me who does what I do, because the pressure you put on yourself it's not healthy. It's not good for anybody. Try to, challenge yourself. Always want to be better, but at the same time, look at yourself and say, wait a second, it's okay to be the way I look. It's fine to be the way I look, as long as I'm healthy, as long as I'm fit, as long as I'm taking care of myself and I'm working toward a goal, or I'm just trying to maintain and be more healthy overall. That's the important stuff. It really is. The body dysmorphia stuff, you don't want that. You really don't. Trust me, from years and years and years of this stuff, since I was a teenager on, it's not easy on you. And you can easily flash back and put yourself in a bad headspace. So try to do a better job than I do. I'm trying to do a better job every day, but it doesn't always click. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.